to our breakfast meeting this morning.
We are back with another edition of TMI. It was a good business meeting, but it didn't start off as an easy business meeting because there was some distance between Cami and I from last night. Cami has been on her period for the last however many days, and we've been deciding not to have sex and even take a break from most sexuality physically for that time period, which has been hard. It's taken some adjusting of how do we connect. On top of that, yesterday was a very, very difficult day, and we're not having sex, but normally it's a day we have sex, so there's this tension, physically maybe a little bit, but more for me
Emotional.
Yeah, I didn't feel very close to you, and it's not just that I wanted sex, but I actually still wanted. I felt like we were not having sex, but we weren't also doing anything else to compensate for that distance, and I felt like you just wanted to watch TV instead of wanting to talk.
Well, not just talk, but talk about our sex life. Because I can talk, but
yeah, that's
talking
true.
About that.
I felt like you were ignoring this need. What's funny for me is I was actually okay with not having sex, but I'm not okay with just ignoring the topic. I wish you would have said, I don't want to do this now, or let's do something else, but I feel like it just gets brushed under the rug, or it's like you're in denial.
It's very hard for me to work on my sex life, your sex life, our sex life. It's easy just for me to kind of put it over here and ignore it for a while and just kind of zone out.
Which for me, this felt way less of a sex thing and more of a pattern of relationship and denial thing. We've used this analogy with you in the past of putting your head in the sand, burying your head in the sand, and it took a fair, felt risky to tell Cami what I wanted, that, and I didn't really even know how to process it or deal with it because we had agreed not to have sex, but it was still hard for me, and I still felt distance from her, especially on this really hard day. Mm-hmm. So I kind of shared this with her, and then I felt like she was let's watch TV, and I was like, that sucks.
You shared it with me, and I guess it just sort of went whoop. I didn't hear him.
So I'm learning on one side, I don't want to depend on Cami to be God to me. She can't satisfy all my needs and be there for me all the time. She's just a human. But on the other side, if I don't express that was hurtful to me, the reality is I'm going to be less likely to express it next time, which is going to result in less intimacy, less vulnerability, and I'm going to more keep my desires and my feelings to myself, and I don't want that. I don't think you want it either.
I don't want it. And I think I'm learning how to not check out when things are hard for me. It's frustrating because I'm why didn't I see this? Why do I just see the fire burning when it's blazing hot?
So then I'm hey, this is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
And she's starts I'm not gonna get graphic here, but she's
I start throwing water on the fire. I'm oh, there's fire
touching
here.
me in certain places and doing certain things that are kind of unusual. And then it almost feels placating to me, and I'm
yeah.
You can't just make this go away. It's
But in the past, I would used to get really upset at him for having feelings. For having not negative, but feelings that were threatening to me. And I didn't get upset, but I did try to throw a bucket of water on a fire instead of saying, oh, there's a fire here. Let me figure out why, and let's actually deal with the fire.
Which that is what made me happy. That turned me on. I didn't really need sex or even physical touch, but I like that we can just say, hey, there's a discrepancy here. Let's agree on that. That's cool. We can figure it out later. We have the rest of our lives for that. But let's not pretend like everything's just awesome and watch stupid ass boring Game of Thrones. Like that was not, I don't like that. So it took us till this morning to actually process and work this out. Now I feel like we're connected. We're ready to move on with our day.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Let's do a hug.
Okay.
It's weird that it's on camera, but we haven't even like hugged each other in a long bit. It's been a hard day. Tensions are a little bit high right now because it is 2:30 in the afternoon, and evidently we were supposed to leave at around 1? Is that when we said we were gonna leave?
Yeah, the latest 1:30 is now 2:30.
I'm kind of glad we're leaving a little bit later. Okay, this is the calm before the storm. Get ready to be bombarded by theme park madness and fake animatronics.
It's kind of funny how we got here because instead of the melting pot, we wanted to do this place, but it was super expensive. And then a couple days later, we were sitting with our friends and they told us that they found some cheap Great Wolf Lodge prices. And so they decided to go for it and do it, and then Ben and I thought, well, maybe we should do it with them. So that's how we ended up here. And it's timely because yesterday was a really hard day. This isn't exactly restful, but it'll be nice to be with friends and just to see the kids have fun. Are we in Piney Path, Dragon's Lair, or Pixie Treehouse? Which one?
It all sounds so mysterious.
Piney Path.
Hey, you know how there used to be a Starbucks here?
I know, it's a Dunkin' Donuts.
I just told her.
What are we gonna do about coffee? I mean, I like their donuts, but I'm sure their coffee's shit.
Wait, you have to jump on the animal first. Hey, well! If you jump on one of the animals. Oh, shoot! Dang. I did it. Wow. Oh my gosh, you're so big.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick tour. This is like the balcony.
Look at the outside spot for a
See,
moment.
you can see
Okay, cool.
outside.
Well, no one stay here.
There's like a hide-a-bed there. Another bed.
Alright, see ya.
Fireplace, TV we won't be using. And then we've got the little kid room. Got a little fridge here we'll be utilizing. And then the bathroom. You ready to go? You ready to go, you little white baby?
What is that? Oh, look at that. Ready to go?
I guess it's kind of classical, but
What's going on here? What's going on? Oh yeah. What, oh, you see a fan? stepping on it? Are you vlogging? Okay, alright, all done. I feel so old now. This is the first time I've ever been to this place where I would actually just rather sit with Rainier the whole time than go on any slides. I'm totally content not doing any slides this entire trip. We're making some meatballs ghetto style. Yeah, everyone's really hungry. Yes, oh, what do we have here? Oh, we have a no-nos. Oh, thank you. What's that? Where's the no-no? Yeah, okay, hey, this is a no-no.
We have some pretty good dinner going on here. We got Reuben's. There's the sauerkraut, Thousand Island, rye bread, and
smoked salmon. They brought smoked salmon.
Pastrami?
Yeah, or corned beef.
And then, yeah, smoked salmon. Yum.
Is there a sheet?
Then we got some meatballs here.
Meatballs. Me and my friend Avery spent $5 on a card, and yeah, we just played some games.
A whole bunch of candy.
And then we got some candy. This is for me and her, and then the rest is for everybody else. Almost.
So you walked up to that claw machine, and I was gonna tell you it's a waste of money because no one ever gets those. And then your first claw, you got 200 tickets.
Yeah.
But I watched the other lady after you, and she tried 8 times, and she didn't get any.
Oh, no.
Night-night, okay? Night-night. We are heading down to our friend's room to smoke a cigar and have a drink at night, and the kids are gonna play a board game. I was actually trying to have a bad attitude about today in this place, but it was actually pretty fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Say bye-bye.